Hello, welcome to another Agile Nuggeteer celebrity video. And this celebrity video is pretty exciting because we have the one and only Bob Galen, Agile coach of coaches, speaker, author. So we'll be talking a lot about that in just a second. Author, Bob Galen. Hello, Bob. How are you?
Hi, Stuart. How are you doing? I don't know. I'm turning red. So be careful how you introduce me. I make it like flesh here.
Well,
But I'm glad to be here.
It's lovely. It was lovely to see you. Absolutely fantastic. And with all of these things, before we go into the latest Agile Nugget and get the backstory from you, it's always nice to create a bit of a connection and with the author and myself. So we go way back. So we first met at the Agile Coaching Retreat in Raleigh in 2014.
We did. In fact, Daniel, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name, but Daniel and Daniel invited you.
Yes.
And at the time, full disclosure, I was like, what? He's going to do what? He's going to draw pictures? What? But I was very excited about it. And we get Daniel Gulo, and you came and we met you. It was a coaching retreat. It was a small, maybe less than 100 people. And it was just you were just getting into the community, I think. And to me, you were like this rocket that was rising. And the work that you were doing was just so phenomenal at the retreat. So that's where we met.
Yeah, and I have to thank you, Anna New Smalley and Kate McGow for making me do a lot of facilitation now. I was there to be the resident live illustrator, but I was doing a lot of workshops and open space. And I think that sort of gave birth to the visual thinking workshop that I now run. So I thank you for that. So yeah, I've always been inspired by your work. And the last time that we were together, we were both speaking at the Power of the Product Owner online conference a few months back, which was really cool. And once again, blown away with what you were doing. Grateful that you attended an online workshop with myself during lockdown. But the exciting thing that we're really going to talk about is the latest Agile Nugget and how it aligns us nicely, because this is your latest book, Extraordinary Badass Agile Coaching. And I did the illustration for you, and it was a dance, wasn't it? It was very much a dance between us.
It was a dance, and when I reached out to you, I remember I was worried. I'm like, he's busy. I know you're busy, and I was hoping to get your attention. The other thing is, and I don't know if you know this, maybe you do. I like to drive each chapter in my writing. Even now, when I write blog posts, I always put a picture or a visual at the top. So I create a title, I have an idea, and then I want a visual that inspires my writing. So when I was writing the book, I had this notion of can I have Stuart do nuggets or sketches that are driving my thinking. So it wasn't just sketches. Each one, you gave me one for each chapter, and one for the cover, obviously, which I'm incredibly happy with. And I've gotten great feedback. But it inspired the writing, which is kind of cool as well. It drove the writing. It made me think,
it was a lovely collaborative approach, wasn't it? It was very iterative in nature, in that it would be, here's some words, how does the picture align with the words, and then back and forth. So it was very nice to be involved. So I'm grateful for that. So a bit more, I mean, some of you might be familiar with the Agile Coaching Wheel, and it's great to know that the Scrum Alliance are actually advancing with the wheel as we speak, with some fantastic certifications to come. But Bob, let's get to the meat and bones of the latest Agile Nugget. So one of the chapters was around coaching. So tell us more. Now magically we will see the nugget. So tell us more about this picture specifically.
Well, the growth wheel has coaching stances or competencies. I think of them as stances, and coaching stance, advising stance, or consulting, facilitation, mentoring, teaching. It has a variety of stances, and coaches get into the stances. But one of the important parts is not getting stuck in the stance. One of the reasons I wrote the book was to talk about fluidity in your coaching, that you need to navigate the stances. And the metaphor I think of is dancing across the stances. And I didn't create that, but it really works with me. So when you're dancing with your client as a coach, I want you to envision dancing with your client and adopting stances in service to the client, to their agenda. And that's where this nugget does a great job, I think, of talking about that you're dancing. I think the best coaches have the ability to sense and respond and to change stances or to change dance steps. Now, clearly I'm not a dancer. So Stuart, you came up with waltz, tango, and foxtrot. I don't think I could spell either one of those or
Well,
do them.
hopefully I've spelt them correctly. We can only hope.
Yes, but
Well,
the metaphor is incredibly useful, and I think the nugget really supports it.
well, look, thank you. And as a reminder to all, you can freely download this nugget and make use of that to facilitate and explain that wonderful story and the background that Bob has just explained. And finally, Bob, is there anything exciting coming up, maybe in December?
You read my mind, Stuart. So there's an event that I'm excited about, but I'm also just humbled by, called Agile Coaching. It's an idea I had, Agile, Badass Agile Coaching Day, and it's a 1-day event. It's virtual, and it has 3 time zone periods where there's nine speakers, and in triads. So in groups of 3, one in the European time zone, one in the North American time zone, and one in the Asia time zone. So a set of 3. I'm recording it, so if you attend one, you'll get all of the talks. But the most important part is all proceeds. So right now, Stuart, we have like 120 people signed up,
Fantastic.
and I have almost $5,000 US that I'm going to split across two groups that I support, and I really am humbled in supporting. One is called African Agility, and the other is called Agile in Ukraine. So every dollar we make basically is going to go to is going to be split across those 2 wonderful groups.
Absolutely fantastic. You're a true hero and a true rock star. I will say, continue rocking, my friend, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Nugget on, everyone.
Take care.